when I began to think about what it is about Abraham that draws me to think about Christ, I was drawn to this short passage from Hebrews 11. It was by faith that Abraham obeyed when God called him to leave home and go to another land that God would give him as his inheritance. He went without knowing where he was going. And even when he reached the land God promised him, he lived there by faith, for he was like a foreigner living in tents. And so did Isaac and Jacob, who inherited the same promise. Abraham was confidently looking forward to a city with eternal foundations, a city designed and built by God. Abraham and Jesus made choices in line with the eternal purposes of God. And there was a vulnerability for both. Abraham left, not knowing where he was going, and what a journey, what a roller coaster he went on along with Sarah. And what a journey Jesus took as well. Jesus laid aside the privilege as deity and took upon himself the status of a slave. And included in that was the vulnerability of the incarnation and all the apparent risk that exposed him to. And Abraham and Jesus continued to make choices throughout their journeys, with Jesus making that ultimate choice in the Garden of Gethsemane when he said, "Not my will, but yours be done." But both Abraham and Jesus were looking forward to. We're looking forward to what the purposes of God were to achieve. Abraham was looking for this city with foundations whose architect and builder is God. Jesus was looking forward to the full realization of the kingdom of God, the maturing of the church into his image. And so we read in Hebrews 12, we keep our eyes on Jesus, the champion who initiates and perfects our faith. Because of the joy awaiting him, he endured the cross, disregarding its shame. Now he is seated in the place of honor beside God's throne. Abraham and Jesus. So if I was to tag on a few questions, a question: what choices have we recently made motivated by our Christian faith? Secondly, have you ever felt vulnerable because of making such choices? And thirdly, what are you looking forward to, maybe in the short term or the long term, because of the purposes of God in and through your life? Abraham and Jesus, who made choices looking forward to the fulfillment of the purposes of God.